Yo, what's up guys? So in today's video I'm gonna explain actually this is not the main video. This is like 2 minutes of me explaining the mechanics of Luo Yi, and then we're gonna move to the video because I realized after editing the video I wasn't fair explaining her mechanics. So really quick, as you can see, my first skill is a light form, aka Ying, and then my second skill is Yang. So the passive is this: whenever you hit the enemy with Yin and then Yang, they get an explosion of magic explosion. The amount is 1290 plus 665, so technically 2000, and stun them for 0.3 seconds. Now the second passive is whenever you hit the same enemy with the same type of passive, you gain a shield up to 3 times, as you can see here. You gain a huge amount of shield, which is 1018 plus 450, so 1500 per stack. This is a stack, this is another stack, this is a third stack. So these are 4 stacks. They gave you around 4500 HP shield, actually my bad, shield, and extra 15% movement speed for which decays over 2 seconds exactly. Now let's talk about the combos. So we can do something like this. See, when you hit the first enemy with Yin and then the second enemy with Yang from your first skill, they get smashed into each other, they get stunned, and it deals the same amount of damage from the passive. So something like this. Wait, see? For anyone who's not seen, this is not burst damage. This is like they are level 3 and I'm level 15, full items, full as you can see, yeah, they have nothing, they are damage bots. But anyway, first skill has 4 stacks. As you can see. Okay, next thing is, just so you know guys, you gain 1 stack each time you trigger the yin and yang reaction, which is this. See, but it's not enough. We'll talk about this later, because eventually you're gonna run out of skills. But yeah, anyway, so this is the gist of her first and second skill. Now the ultimate, as you can see, it's a teleport skill which shows your location on the map. So whenever I click on it, my current location is revealed, this location, but the landing location is not revealed. Okay, so you can land in a bush, they won't see you, like this. These are the best places to gank the enemies, like here, here, here if they are taking the Lord, here if it's like this, dangerous grass. Also here also would be good. The same for this place. Or if you wanna make it, if you wanna risk it, you can go like this outside the map and aim it exactly behind the bush. So see what's gonna happen. I'm inside the bush and they can't see my teleport location. So yeah, that's it for Luo Yi. Now let's go back to the main video. Yo, what's up guys? It's been a while. So how long has it been? I think 2 weeks, no? Yeah, nearly 2 weeks. So oh my god, what am I supposed to say? I'm so sorry for the delay. Just forget it and let's move on. Okay, so finally guys, the Luo Yi game we all have been waiting for. And in this video there are 3 games, 1 in trio queue and 2 games in solo queue. So the first game is in trio queue with Miro and Nick, the roamer, the grok, and the carry, one of the best players outside the pro scene that I've met. So actually I told Nick I'm gonna say it. He carried this game, to be honest. The first game he carried this game. It was a lot hard. So what was I gonna say? Luo Yi, yeah, Luo Yi. You all have been asking me for a Luo Yi game. It's like, I don't know, you're a mage main, you should be able to play Luo Yi. Okay, I understand you guys, and it took me a while to get some good gameplays, but here we are. Okay, so before even talking about the hero mechanics, the micro, the macro, the builds, the emblems, etc., I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Luo Yi is not the best mage right now. Is not even one of the best mages. She's not even in the meta right now. And I'm putting this lightly, and I'm trying my best not to say she's a trash mage in soloQ right now. Actually, scratch that. In soloQ, she's a trash mage. Why? Because of her kit. It's basically, it all revolves around her ultimate. Are you able to make a good use of your ultimate in soloQ? The simple answer is no. And with that, I can simply tell you guys, no. You shouldn't pick Luo Yi in soloQ. Like, at least pick her in trio Q. You're gonna see in the other games that I played in soloQ, most of the time I'm ulting solo, I'm going in just to move around the map. That's what almost every single player in rank will do. They will ignore Luo Yi ult for many reasons. One, many players don't understand the rotation. Two, you're not coordinated with randoms. Three, many people mistrust you. Like, obviously, if I were like to play with you guys, you would trust me. You would listen to my calls. Like here in this game in trio Q, you see me whenever I ult, he jumps in with me. He follows me around. Yeah, that's one. In soloQ, no one will do that. If you're gonna ult, maybe you're gonna ult and you wanna hide and push and waiting for the jungler. Your teammates won't understand that. They're gonna see you ulting in a random bush on the enemy territory. They're gonna think, oh, he's trolling, we're gonna die. They're not gonna jump in. So, putting that aside, now let's talk about why she's one of the worst mages to play in soloQ. Actually, guys, before even moving into soloQ, let me even explain further. Your ultimate, even in 5Q and 3Q, what made your ultimate useful? What made Luo Yi meta? What made Luo Yi a fearsome hero for pro players? It's the element of surprise. When you used to play like a year ago, something like that, around M6 or M5, and you've seen many pro players pick Luo Yi, you've seen many pro players ban Luo Yi when Chip was first released. Luo Yi was nearly perma-banned in pro scene. It was the element of surprise. I don't know why Moontoon decided to remove that. Apparently in one of their tournaments, and I'm joking, that's not the reality, but apparently one of the pro players had the shock of his life when he went in a bush and found 5 players waiting for him because of Luo Yi ult. So they made Luo Yi ult visible on the map whenever you click on it. Luo Yi is visible whenever she clicks on her ult, so you kinda now expect that she's ulting. You can check around your bushes, something like that. So before you ult with Luo Yi, you take even 2-3 people with you. You ult, you jump into an enemy territory. They don't know your cooldowns. They don't know when you have your ult. They don't know when you don't have it. The best thing they can tell is whenever you're missing in the map, you're in a random bush You're in a random bush. Like, max thing they can do is, oh, Luo Yi is missing, someone is missing. They gotta be somewhere in the map, maybe near me. Like, you're playing in a full bush camping, like your worst nightmare playing versus Luo Yi like that. She can even ult and stay in the mid lane, ult and send her jungler, send her roamer to the enemy territory, and you won't understand what happened. You don't know when or where she used her ult, so it was chaotic. The same was with Ship, but Moonton decided, no, that's too much map control. Whoever gets these heroes are basically controlling the map, controlling the flow of the game, so let's nerf them. And by nerfing them, they send them down to the abyss. Like, if you haven't noticed, Luo Yi is rarely picked in the pro scene right now. Same with Chip, and the reason is pretty simple. They are visible whenever they ult. Like, they are now a hindrance to their teammates. Okay, now we wanna talk about Luo Yi in solo queue and her mechanics, or her kit. So, first of all, Luo Yi is one of the heroes, one of the mages that are supposed to take damage. Just to be clear, you're one of the mages that you're gonna end up with a high damage taken in the late game when you finish the game. So this is one of the things I hate. Like Kajita, okay, she has passive. Luo Yi the same, she has a shield. Kagura, you can play her and get minimal damage. It depends on your mechanics. Eve, the same thing. And here's the basic thing. Whenever a mage has high HP scaling, you better understand they're gonna take a lot of damage. That's it. So why am I saying this? First, the range. Luo Yi's range is terrible. Compared to other mages, compared to Kagura, compared to Veil, compared to Valir, compared to Selena. Oh my god, let's not even talk about Selena. Compared to never mind Xavier, Novaria, and Selena or Sicilian. Compared to any mage in this game, her range is bad. Like, her range is the same as Eve, but the thing is, Eve can spam her skills. That's why Eve is meta. On the other hand, Luo Yi has the first skill, which has 4 stacks. Once you use all your 4 stacks, you're done. You can do anything. And your second skill has a 12 to 14 seconds cooldown, and in the late game it's 10 seconds cooldown. So it's long, extremely long, like it's painfully long. So that's another thing. But like, this isn't even the problem. You're gonna tell me, yeah, okay, so she is not a poke mage like Eve, she's a burst mage. Well, here the thing. Luo Yi can't burst heroes unless she has extremely crazy gap. And you're not a jungler. This meta does not allow you to get that crazy farm gap as a mid laner, unless you're gonna put a Skypiercer in your build and you're gonna steal every kill from your jungler, from your gold laner, and eventually lose the game because they couldn't farm, because they are the ones supposed to get the kills, they are the ones supposed to get the gold and experience early and as soon as possible, so you can convert to a late game and end the game before the enemy reaches their maximum potential. But yeah, this doesn't work with Luo Yi, this works with Kagura. You can use Skypiercer on Kagura, on Zushin. It's fine. You can use it on Kajita, though I do not recommend it, but it's okay. You can use it on burst mages to kill confirm, like, I don't know. We said Kagura, Kajita, who else is a burst mage? Veil? Yeah, you can use it on Veil. But like, Luo Yi, no, she's like in an awkward position where she pokes the enemy really hard, like she deals 2k from there, 2k damage late game. She has the potential to burst them down late game, but no. Early game she can't, mid game she can't. Like, and the thing is, even in mechanics, which I'm gonna explain now, the yin and yang. Wherever you use a first skill, light form first skill, you can use a dark form second skill and deal a huge amount of damage to the enemies. Or you can use a first skill on one enemy, light form, and then use a dark form on another enemy, and pray to God they are dumb enough to get close to each other, so they can smash into each other and deal huge amount of damage. And by huge amount of damage, it's technically the same amount from Vexana's explosions. So, like, hello, Moontoon? Excuse me? How are you gonna do this? And keep in mind, guys, this is not something you can do very often, like Lunox switch from light to dark form. Like you have a dark form and light form and you can switch between them during the fight every 2 seconds. That would be understandable. But no. With Luo Yi, you have skill 1, which is like Valier first skill, which stacks. You use those stacks, you can do nothing, but you can't regenerate those stacks. It's the same with Lilia, but Lilia has higher damage. Speaking of which, between the heroes that I've played so far in mid lane, Lilia consumes a lot of mana, Sicilian consumes a lot of mana, but explain to me why Luo Yi is one of the heroes that consumes crazy amounts of mana. Meanwhile, she struggles to clear mid lane. So I'm not trying to discourage you guys. Well, actually, I'm trying to discourage you guys from picking Luo Yi. But the thing is, listen, guys. The thing is, she is not practical for solo queue. So, in trio or 5Q, you have your roamer with you. Because roamers, if you guys didn't know, they go with the mid laner, they get vision, they go back to mid lane, clear waves. If they have favor or encourage boots, they help clear mid lane to get the gold and experience, and then they go help the jungler to get the golden experience. But in solo queue, are you sure your roamer is gonna do that? No. So far I've played so many games in solo queue, unless I'm the one roaming, there is no one who's gonna help the mid laner. If I'm in mid lane, it's me versus 2 people, Karas. Right now I'm in 78 stars, so usually if I go solo queue, then most of the time it's gonna be trio mid on the enemy team. So it's gonna be roamer mage in mid lane clearing waves. Clearing waves really fast, while I'm struggling against them. So do you think it's the sensible and the right thing to do to pick Luo Yi, a hero that is weak early game, not only weak early game, but struggles to clear minions? So no, this is the main reason why Luo Yi isn't meta right now. It's mana, range, mechanics, and mechanics that doesn't suit solo queue. But yeah, like, you can feel free to play her. I'm just gonna say, if you have crazy farm, I'm gonna keep it clear. If you have crazy farm gap, by any chance, like you didn't build Sky Piercer, you played this game fair and square, you got like 7 kills in 7 minutes, and now you're level 12 against enemies who are level 10, then yeah, you can expect that your damage is gonna burst them. Your damage is gonna make them disappear. But it's the same thing for every mage. Like, with that gold and experience gap, every mage can kill squishy marksmen with 1-2 combo. But here's even the worst part. Your first skill is one of the hardest skill to land on enemies, and I've seen so many guys here in my channel in comment section saying, yeah, the first skill, Luo Yi first skill. Everyone is asking Luo Yi first skill, solo Q rank. Like, sorry guys, there is no hacking your way around this. I'm so sorry, there is no hacking your way around this. Luo Yi's first skill is aim. Second skill, aim. Auto aim doesn't work. Slightly agile heroes, you're gonna struggle against them. You need a roamer at least to stun them for a second, so you can land your full combo. Keep in mind, your first skill doesn't stun, and your correct combo is gonna be first skill and then second skill, or first skill onto this enemy and then first skill onto the second enemy, and pray to God they decide to smooch inside during those 5 seconds when they have the marks. Like an Estes Ube team comp where they have an Estes, so they're all together, playing together, rotating together. So that's the comp where you can shine. Again, you're gonna struggle even if you pick Luo Yi into that comp in solo queue, but that's a comp that you can make them that you can destroy easily in slightly organized teams. Like if you're lucky with your randoms, if you have a set tank, or not even a set tank, someone to peel the damage for you, then you can throw your first skill onto Estes because he lacks mobility whenever he ults. He is supposed to be around his teammates while he ults. He's gotta be around them, so you can first skill him. He can't do anything about it. You can follow up with a second skill, or you can follow up with the first skill onto another enemy, and you're gonna see the damage, and it's a crazy damage. It's gonna even cancel his it's around the damage is enough for your teammates to finish the enemies. Like, that's a rare case. You don't understand? That's a rare case right now. Luo Yi is so situational right now that we can talk about counters more than the heroes that he can counter. Like, I am still thinking there are some of you guys who are not convinced with the logic of first, second are not enough for Luo Yi. You're gonna tell me, oh, Valier also has first, second. Lilia also has first, second. But guys, keep in mind, Valier, whenever he hits an enemy with his first skill, he gets the stack back. Lilia, whenever she hits the enemy with her first skill, or whenever there is an explosion, the first skill gets cooldown refund. Luo Yi doesn't do that. It's just 2 light skills, 2 dark skills on max stacks, and 1 second skill, and 1 ult. And it's long cooldown. Like, imagine you build a hero around cooldown. Luo Yi, every single build on Luo Yi necessarily needs maximum cooldown, 45% cooldown. And yet it's not enough. It's not enough. Even in the late game, you're gonna throw all your skills, and then what you're gonna do? You're gonna run away. You can't do anything. You're gonna run away. So, I know I've been talking so much about why she is garbage, well, in solo queue, but maybe some of you guys are still here waiting for me to explain how do you play this hero. So basically, here's the thing. In the current form, with her current mechanics and kit, you need to hide in a bush. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she is worse camper than Eudora. You need to hide in a bush to land your first skill. And then you can either land your second skill immediately or wait for the enemies to make a sudden move or dash. If you know, for example, if you land your first skill on a Granger, you have 2 options. Either land your skill immediately if you have good MS, or wait for him to dash. And most of the time he's gonna dash away. So what you're gonna do, after he dashes immediately, you land your second skill, and then you're gonna ask me what to do. Do I land my first skill again? No. You can do it if you're lacking damage, which is the case for Luo Yi right now. But what usually people in 5Q do, what most of them do, first skill, let's say you have dark form first skill and light form yin on first skill and yang on second skill. Or let me just say light and dark. Like as you can see in the screen, I have dark form and dark form for the first skill and light form for the second skill. You hit your first skill and then you hit your second skill, and then you're gonna have light form on your first skill. Don't use it, throw it somewhere else, and then hit the enemy with another dark form, first skill. You're asking me why? You're gonna CC them again and you're gonna deal a huge amount of damage again. That's why I said this hero doesn't suit soloQ. So, oh my god, the video is about to end. I'm gonna keep talking. I'll add few gameplays here and there to explain more about Luo Yi, because I'm really not giving her justice. So yeah, what I was saying is first skill, second skill on the enemy, and then first skill somewhere else, and then another first skill on the enemy to stun them twice. That's the basic combo. But here's the thing, the major problem. By the time you land your first skill, by the time you land your second skill and you throw the other first skill somewhere else, the enemy will dash away, especially with this high mobility meta. Like every single hero has double dashes at this point. Like imagine you're versing Valentina in mid lane, which is most of the time if you're picking her, if you're picking Luo Yi in pro scene, they're gonna pick Valentina to counter you, to copy the ult. What are you gonna do? By the time you hit your second skill, after the first dash, because if you didn't know, Valentina has 2 dashes. She dashes once, you land your second skill, she's stunned, you throw your first skill somewhere else, she's gonna dash away. That's it. You can't do anything about it. As long as she's in the circle of your second skill, you can stun her. But the moment she leaves, it's just normal damage. So most of the time, people will just hit everything on the enemy and that's it, and pray they are dumb enough to stay in the circle. And that's what, if you focused on my gameplay here and there, that's what I'm doing. You can't rely on your teammates to stun, unless as I said, you're not playing solo, unless you're playing with a roamer, unless you're playing with an EXP lane or a jungler who can stun. Again, if you're playing Mage and Gold lane, you're both gonna struggle. I'm so sorry for that, but that's the reality. So, if you're playing with an EXP laner who can stun, with a roamer who can stun, with a jungler, let's say any jungler, like even Hellcurt, he will help. Like, you can just tell him, stay around me, we can kill them. You go in first, second skill, he jumps in with his first skill and then second skill, and then the enemy is dead. And then you both can snowball from that, and at late game you're gonna have enough damage. But that's not what's gonna happen in soloQ. Your teammate Hellcurt is gonna roam around like a headless chicken, jump into a Fredrin and get killed. Then what are you gonna do? You're gonna build Wishing Lantern, which is the right thing to do. You're gonna build Divine Glaive, correct. But still, your damage is not gonna be enough. And the moment you build those, you can't burst Marksman. Like, you really have to pray the Marksman is a dumb idiot who's gonna stay around the tank and the tank jungler and the tank roamer or the support, and you're gonna land double stuns on him and he's gonna die. Otherwise, it's impossible. Carry has a dash, Claude has a dash, every marksman right now, every meta marksman right now has some form of mobility. Granger has a dash, Aether has a dash, Bruno has a dash, Clint has a dash, Harith has a dash. Who are the meta marksmen? That's it. Beatrix has a dash, like, and she's like in a weird situation in gold lane. I'm not talking about Layla, Hanabi, and Mia. Speaking of which, I forgot to mention, since I mentioned Hanabi, I forgot to mention, your first skill can be blocked by Lolita shield. So if you see a Lolita on the enemy team, don't pick Luo Yi. You are gonna struggle. If you throw two first skills on Lolita, her shield is not gonna disappear. Your HP is gonna disappear. Your HP and your teammates' HP are gonna disappear. If you're gonna play Luo Yi and you see the enemy pick Esmeralda, don't pick Luo Yi. Cause why? Here's the other thing I didn't mention about Luo Yi's mechanics. Whenever you land first skills consecutively, you get a shield up to 3 times. Whenever you land first skill, dark light, dark light, you're gonna get 3 times the amount of shield you get from one combo. But that's it. That's all you can do. And guess what? Esmeralda can absorb that shield. If she builds also, Luo Yi deals stun. So if you build the tough boots and brute force breastplate, then I'm so sorry, there is no way you can stop an Esmeralda. And whenever she's gonna see you on the map, she's gonna jump on you. What are you gonna do? You have slightly increased movement speed from landing your first skill consecutively? Okay, but guess what? Whenever you have a shield, you can tap her first skill, she gets a shield, she immunes your damage, she absorbs your shield, she gets movement speed, she can follow you around. Next thing you can do, pick a flame shot to push her away. She can she'll still run towards you and steal all your shield and your HP and kill you. If you flicker, she can, maybe she's EXP, which is most of the time, and she's gonna have a flicker, so she's gonna follow you around. Or she has vengeance. Like, I don't know what kind of Esmeralda you're gonna verse, but if you see Esmeralda, don't you ever dare think of picking Luo Yi. The same as Harith, the same as Hanabi. It's pretty simple. Whenever a hero gains shield from their passive, they are by nature the worst picks against Esme. And yeah, that's it basically. As for your ultimate, now most of you guys are thinking, wait, you didn't talk about the ultimate. Okay, listen, here's the thing. The ultimate really depends on the situation. Most of the time you're gonna ult behind the enemies. So if they are in mid lane, they're having a fight in the mid lane, you're gonna ult in the bush where they are not seeing you. If they are taking the lord, you're gonna ult behind them. In their territory, on the side of the lord, their side of the lord, you're gonna ult there in the bush. If they are in your blue buff or red buff, then you don't have to ult. You're just gonna have to fight them head on. If you have one teammate who can sit, you can always jump behind the enemies. But again, as I said earlier, the enemies know whenever you're gonna ult, so they're gonna be expecting you. Most of the time, if they see you, they'll use ultimates, like they'll pick Novaria, they'll pick YSS, they'll pick Zetian, they'll pick Leslie, something like that, something that will give them vision. Or they will pick a roamer who doesn't even care, like a Tigreal, who can just jump in, check bushes. Whenever he sees that you're landing in one of those bushes, then he's gonna jump in and ult you all and counter set. There is the possibility of ulting outside the map, which will inevitably lands you inside the map to the closest point to your landing spot in the map. But still, enemies also can see that if you ult close enough to the map. And if you ult far away, then yeah, most of the time you're not gonna land on the position you want. So I don't know, guys, that's it. That's my honest opinion about Luo Yi. I'm so sorry it took so long. Oh my god, it's 30 minutes. 30 minutes of me yapping about one hero. Just to say, yo, don't pick it. But yeah, I guess you guys have seen the mechanics. You've seen me play Luo Yi, and I hope you guys have great time while you play her. GG's.